Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby was not filmed in front of a live studio audience. Hey everybody! This is Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby. I'm Webby, and this guy over here is Eddie.
That's right. I'm Eddie, touching the tips. It's Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby. It is not the Eddie and Webby podcast, and we are very sad about that, aren't we, Webby?
We are very sad. So for anybody that's tuning in that was looking forward to seeing Adam Stone, I hate to break the news, but he will not be joining us tonight. We're going to have to reschedule, but that's not going to stop us from having a good time tonight.
That's right. Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby is similar to our podcast, but it's a little bit different. And how's it different, Webby?
Well, for one, it's raw, it's unscripted, and it's totally uncensored. So we can say whatever the heck we want.
That's right. We can say a lot of things. And honestly, after the technical issues we were having trying to get Adam on, I definitely want to say some expletives. But guys, I want to tell you, this is also what's frustrating. Our last podcast with Irina, we had to reschedule because of technical issues. So Webby and I worked valiantly to put a backup plan in place, right? I mean, how hard did we work, like literally that night, to get a backup plan in place?
Yeah, we were talking back and forth. We were connected for about 2 hours, testing out different things to where like we would never come across that problem again if the software that we normally use crapped out on us. So we had a backup plan in store.
That's right. And that backup plan didn't even work this time. So
nope.
You know what, though? That's all right. We're going to move on. We had some good stuff planned for the unscripted and unplanned Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby. So we figured we might as well do that. But I promise you, we are going to be rescheduling with Adam in the very near future. You're going to want to look forward to that because we also have a lot of good questions from our pro friends out there. And I promise you that we'll get to those.
Yes, you're going to definitely want to stay tuned because the show that we have with Adam, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be one of our best, I think. So definitely stay tuned for that. But tonight, we're going to do something. We've done this a couple times before, and something that we love doing is try to focus on something positive during this crazy time of self-isolation, of quarantine, coronavirus BS. And there's been a lot of fun and creative videos that people have been posting on Facebook and different social media outlets. So once again, tonight, we want to focus on some of the fun and creative things that we've seen because it's fun. It's a fun thing to do.
It's fun and creative, just like the pickleball community, right?
That's right. And I think, what were you going to say? I feel like you were about to say something.
I am going to say something, and I think that if we are going to do that, we should do that without a dry palate. Our palate should be wet. Would you agree?
Yes. Yeah, my palate is very dry right now, and that is not a good thing. Like, it's not good to do a podcast with a dry palate.
I agree. There's something very wrong about that. What are you going to be doing to wet your palate this evening? What are you going to be drinking?
Well, I just so happen to have a beer right here with me, and this one comes from Elk Brewing, and this is a Michigan brewery that I'm a big fan of. We've actually been there before. We've done videos there before. And the beer I will be drinking today is called PB and Jelly.
It's a good one. I've had it before.
Yep, very tasty. And the description says, Concord grapes and peanut butter sandwiched together for a delicious peanut butter jelly time.
Yummy.
What about you, Eddie? What are you going to be sipping on?
Oh, man. Well, just like you're supporting local Michigan breweries. I'm supporting a local Florida brewery that I've been to. It's Big Top out of Sarasota, Florida. And this is the Circus City IPA. Did you know that Sarasota, Florida was considered Circus City?
I did not know that.
It was.
I did not know that.
They actually have, was it the Ringling Brothers Museum there? There's a whole bunch of different circus-based things in the Sarasota area. So, yeah, this is a good brewery. It's a tasty. They have some tasty beers. I haven't had this one particularly, but I'm excited to try it out.
Nice. So this just to show how raw and unscripted this is, I'm going to ask you something that you had no idea I was going to ask you about. What are your thoughts on seeing if we should do chug or no chug for old time's sake?
Ooh, wow. Well, let's see what percentage of alcohol is your beer?
Mine is 5%, so that's a very chuggable type of beer.
Mine is 7%. So
Ooh, a little stronger.
maybe
All right.
maybe we can sip to the halfway point and then go from there.
All right. I'm fine with that. It's been a while since we chugged. We need to ease back into it. Don't want to just rush right into it.
Yeah. That is.
But I say
very true.
I say we get into the videos. We got a lot of fun videos to show tonight. And so actually the first one's not so much fun as it is educational and informative, because there's been a lot of misinformation or confusing information out there on social media regarding how we should all be handling this time of quarantine and social distancing.
No.
And
Really?
luckily, yeah, it just, if you go on Facebook, one person's going to say one thing and people are going to jump all over them for it. Somebody's going to say the opposite thing. Other people are going to jump all over them for it and say how they're wrong and they're stupid. So somebody put together a video that it pretty much clears up everything. It has 100% accuracy in regards to how to handle everything going on today. And I think we should just go ahead and play this PSA.
Yeah, I really don't understand why everybody isn't following the same rules right now. They're very clear, so let's take a minute and let's go over them again. First, you must not leave the house for any reason, unless of course you have a reason, and then you may leave the house. All stores are closed except those that are open, and all stores must close unless, of course, they need to stay open. This virus is deadly, but don't be afraid of it. It can only kill people who are vulnerable and also those who are not vulnerable. We should stay locked down until the virus stops infecting people. And it will only stop infecting people if enough of us get infected that we build immunity. So it is very important that we get infected and also do not get infected. If you are at home, you can school your children using various portals and online classrooms unless you have poor internet, more than one child, only one computer, or you are working from home. Masks are useless at protecting you against the virus, but you still need to wear one because it can save lives. And in some cases, it may even be mandatory, but also maybe not. Stay home. I don't know how many more celebrities we need to have tell you how important it is to go outside and take care of your mental health. It's important to get fresh air, but don't go to parks, but do go walk in other places. I hope this cleared up any questions about what we should and should not be doing during this time. Please educate your friends and family with this information so we can remove any and all confusion surrounding this time. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Ashley Stump, for that very informative video. A lot of great information there, and I feel like nobody can deny what she said.
No, I totally agree. I think it is funny how there's so much misinformation out there. But one of the things that I think she sheds the light on the best, say that 10 times fast, is that it's all about you have to take in the information that you're getting and you have to make the best decisions for yourself. What I hope people can take away from that is you have to understand that people are going to have different opinions. And so that's okay.
Right.
It's okay for people to have different opinions, and shaming them is the worst thing you can do, because all you're going to do is push them more into their opinions. They're going to dig their heels deeper into what they believe in the more that you shame them and tell them that they're wrong. So the best thing to do is to listen, acknowledge, have a proper discussion on why you disagree, and then kind of move on with your life and help educate too, help get real information out there.
Right. Yeah. I agree. And like I've said before, like if you think about it, how many times has anybody ever changed their mind based on a social media post that they saw from somebody with an opposing view?
Right.
Probably
I guess
very many.
I think I've been enlightened, but it's never been one where it's like polarizing, where it's like, I believe strongly that, this iPhone is in a black and white case, right? And somebody's trying to tell me that it's red. Like, that's not gonna change my mind. I'm pretty firm in my belief that this is black and white.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I do want to show a comment that we have here, and this one comes from Patrick Smith, and this is in regards to Adam Stone not joining us tonight like originally planned, and he said he must be scared of the questions he will be asked. And
I agree.
I think I think he might be onto something because there were some pretty steamy questions that Adam Stone was going to be expected to answer. So part of me thinks he did not have technical issues. He probably caught wind of some of the questions that were going to be asked, and he went crying and running away.
That's right. Oh, vMix call isn't working. Oh, Skype isn't also working. Yeah, sure. He got scared, right? Got scared.
Oh yeah, he got scared. Yeah,
Thanks,
try to
dude.
change our minds, Adam Stone. Try to change our minds.
Yeah. Stone.
But let's see if I can get that thing off the screen. I did it. Nice. I was able to do it. I don't normally have the controls like Eddie does, and I have the controls. I did it.
Well, good thing you didn't, like you did during Simone's podcast, you didn't start up Billy Reader's music video from your head.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh, that was funny.
No.
That was funny stuff.
Good times.
All right, let's play another fun video. This clip isn't pickleball related, but it's pretty hilarious, and it's a great representation of what being stuck in a quarantine at your house can lead to. So let's go ahead and play this video from our buddy Bill.
Going for cardboard slide world record. And 3, 2, 1.
Oh man. But seriously, like if it wasn't for this whole quarantine thing, like do you really think he would be sliding down the stairs on cardboard? Probably not.
No.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he would. But in most cases stuff like that would not be happening, but I feel like this quarantine and being stuck in the house, it's causing people to get creative and figure out ways to have fun, especially when you can't play pickleball. So stuff like that is happening.
Was that cardboard specifically designed to slide down your stairs with?
Yeah, it looked like it fit perfectly. Like, so I feel
Yeah.
like that is like stair sliding cardboard, and like the size was perfect. Like, what else? Like, why else would they have that cardboard anyway? Like, I was thinking about it. Like, why would they have that cardboard, especially that shape and size? What else? What other purpose would it have?
I agree. I'm actually kind of bummed I don't have stairs in my house. It'd be nice to go sliding down some stairs right now.
Yeah, I do have stairs, but none of mine are carpeted like that. I feel like it might be a little painful.
Get some nails poking up, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah. There would
real
definitely
good.
be some splinters in the arse probably, but yeah, you never know. Who knows?
I always wanted
Maybe I'll
to do
try
that.
it one of these days.
Yeah.
If I drink enough of these PB and jellies, maybe I'll try it.
Are you at a chuggable point yet?
Let me take one more big swig, and then I think I'll be about where you are.
Why don't we do it? Why don't we'll watch another video or two and then we'll do it.
That sounds good. Let's do this one video. It's one that became very popular very quickly, and for very good reason. It's a very creative and funny video made by Joe Tony, and it combines two things that we love here, and that is pickleball and video games. So here is Joey Tony's first installment of Choose Your Pickleball Pro Character.
Choose your character.
Oh my god, that is so good. It's so
You
good.
nailed it. Every one of those
Yeah.
was classic. Which one was your favorite though?
Oh man. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's hard to pick. Like he did nail them. Do you have a preference of them?
I do. I thought the Tyler Loon one was funny, just the hair and the way he was flipping the paddle. But
Yeah.
the Tyson McGuffin one was classic. He had the short shorts hiked up and everything. Like that was classic.
Yeah. So good. And he was recently on doing a little interview with Scott Golden recently, and he was talking about how he like the thing that motivated it was like he would play video games when he was younger to where you would create your own character, like different sporting games. I know you and I used to play wrestling video games where you could create your own character,
Mm-hmm.
and we spent more time creating characters sometimes than we actually did playing the games because it was so much fun because you could customize them so much, and just like that That video he did is so creative, so funny, and spot on with how the choose your character screens work on video games. And I love how it's got like the little statistics in the corner and stuff. Like it was just so good, so well done. He's actually done quite a few. I think he's got at least 4 or 5 of them out there now. So I want to play another one of his. This is the most recent one that he did, and let's do this one where the female players got some options to choose from.
Choose your character.
Oh man, I love it. I love it. Nice work, Joey.
Oh my God, that was so funny. He nailed them. Like, listen.
Yeah.
That first of all, think about all the steps in that creative process. You have to pick the wardrobe, right?
Mm-hmm.
You then have to study their movements or what makes them unique, right? And then you have to be able to replicate that in front of a camera. I mean, that like the guy's unreal. Like he nailed it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he did. And then the fact that he's got some statistics about each one. It's the kind of video where like it's good to rewatch it numerous times because you'll catch things that you missed the first time. Because if you focus too much just on what he's doing as the person, which is easy to do because it's hilarious and spot on, but then if you rewatch it, you can like look at all the statistics and they're funny little things. There's true statistics there. I mean, it's so well done. Love it.
That's good stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. So yeah, it's about that time. I would say it's been a very long time since we ever.
Yeah, our last like thinking around, we went back and we rewatched episode 1 of our podcast, and on there we showed how we used to chug a beer. Like we would taste it, we would and then we would chug it, right?
That's right, and it would always be one person's decision. Like one of us was the designated person that would choose if we would chug it. So since it was my idea to do it, I mean, like I suggested it, I think you should be the one that officially says, should we chug or not chug?
Well, there is the third option too.
What's that?
Remember when we had to dump our 4 Loko watermelon?
I do remember. Yep. That was the only dump we've ever had to do.
Yeah. So I say we chug.
All right. Then let's see if I remember how to do this. Ziggy zuggy, ziggy zuggy, oi oi oi, 3, 2, 1, chug.
Wow, you wasted me. Wow,
man. For anybody that's just tuning in that didn't watch the earlier episodes, this is what we used to do for the whole show, pretty much.
The entire show.
Things have changed. Things have changed.
Slamming beers the whole time. Yeah, we haven't done that in a long time. I remember why. It's not a very pleasant experience, to be honest with you. It, especially 7% ABV IPAs being slammed is not. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure mine was a much more enjoyable experience. I had a 5% peanut butter and jelly amber ale. It was very smooth, not too bad. But the thing I always I started to realize is like we're drinking really good craft beer, and those they're not meant to be chugged. Like those are meant to be enjoyed nice and slow.
Yeah.
And that's not really the best thing to do. So I'm kind of glad we don't do it as frequently as we used to, because it's good to just sip and enjoy these like handcrafted beers.
I agree. Ooh. Well, that one that was a long. I haven't burped on the air in a long time. Oh, we did get a comment here from Marva Stroman who says, "How about a margarita chugging contest?" I'd be up for that.
Yeah, I would give that a try. We got another comment here from Randy Coleman, and he said Barnum and Bailey. Is that?
I think he was
what do you think he means by that?
I think he's referring to when I brought up. Oh, by the way, look at the green screen. That's funny. He brought up. I brought up that Circus City was Sarasota, and they had I thought it was Ringling Brothers maybe, but I guess it's Barnum and Bailey, which maybe is the same thing. Maybe it
Gotcha.
isn't. I don't know. But
For a second, I thought
it's-
he was referring to us as Barnum and Bailey and thought like we were a couple of circus clowns or something.
I mean, he's not wrong by
Right?
any means. So, yep. Marva also wanted to say the belching is so appealing. I agree. I definitely agree. It's a very attractive thing. A lot of people say on podcasts, mouth sounds and belching is exactly what you want to do.
That's right. So I'm glad Marva
Mhm.
appreciates it. And speaking of Marva, we actually have some videos that Marva has posted to social media recently. And the last time we did an episode of Dinking Around where we focused on the fun videos that were made during this quarantine time, we had a segment devoted to some videos that Marva did. And she's actually posted a lot more videos since then. So we have a few more that we would like to show off today. So let's do this first one. It's kind of a play off of a very popular horror movie. And I think we should go ahead and play that one right now.
Virus, listen to me. You need to go now. In all that is good and right. You need to go now, Virus. You need to let us out of this quarantine. Do you hear me? Go now. Go! Don't you be turning your head like that at me. Mm-mm. Uh-uh.
Oh man, I
I
love
it, man. But here's the thing I love about that, right? So I'm sure that a lot of you guys that have followed us for a long time, you know that Webby used to make movies a lot when he was a kid. I dabbled in it very slightly, but you were like that was what you spent a lot of your summers doing.
Oh,
How
yeah.
hard would something like that have been back in when you were growing up to make something like that?
Oh man, it would be super hard, especially like to get the head spinning around like that so smoothly. I mean, big kudos to Marva for that. Now I'll admit I tweaked it a little bit. I spun the head. I sped up the footage to make it go a little faster than she did, but still, like what she did was a great job. And it just I absolutely love her videos. She has a bunch of them out there. And oh yeah, and Marva just sent a message saying, "Cool how you sped the head turning faster." And really, the only reason I did that is just because like we're on a time crunch here on this show. We have to stop at a certain time, so we have a set amount of time for everything. So we got to speed it up, and that's a load of crap. We don't have a set amount of time. We can
No, we
do
don't.
whatever we
That's a
want
lie.
here.
That's a complete lie. We do what we want.
That's
You
right.
don't tell us what to do.
That's right. This is an unplanned show. These videos that we're playing, like they just magically appeared. We didn't know we were going to play these videos tonight.
That's great.
But yeah, we got a couple more from Marva, so I want to get to the next one. And this next one that she did was a take on it's her take on the movie Bridesmaids. So like that was the inspiration for this next clip. So let's go ahead and roll it.
Oh, no, no, no. No, no. It's happening. It's happening. I need pickleball now. I need it. I need it now. It's happening. I really need this game. It's something that makes me happy, keeps me sane during this weird time.
Oh man. So do you think that was I'm assuming that was probably her wedding dress from getting married in her lifetime? I'm assuming. I mean why else would somebody have a wedding gown like that? I mean it fits her good too. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying right now, to be honest.
Can you guys just go and buy wedding dresses right now? I don't know how that works.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially now. Like, yeah, that's a good point. Like right now, like if you were a bride to be, you probably couldn't even go try on dresses right now due to the whole coronavirus thing that's going on. So it's definitely one that she already had in her possession. So I don't know, but it was hilarious. I loved it. And I really love this next one that we're going to play. This one might be my favorite of hers so far. And I'm not even going to give it a... I'm not going to explain it at all. I think we should just go ahead and play it.
It's still not safe to go in the water!
Oh, man. So good.
So good.
So funny. Yeah, Marva, keep it up. Just keep doing these videos
Yep.
because I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite things. Like when I go on the pickleball forum, I pray that there's a new Marva Stroman video. So please keep doing what you're doing because I am a huge fan, and it has helped me get through this whole quarantine thing.
That's right. No, I think that's good. I love Marva stuff. In fact, we got a couple comments from Marva here. She said, no, that was a $12 dress. So I guess you were right. Well, I mean, all right. So I might be giving away too much information, but back in high school and even the college years, where did we used to get our suits from?
So at the time, it was called Value Village. I think it then turned into Value World. But yeah, Value Village was my go-to place if I needed a suit. Like if it was almost homecoming time, if it was almost prom time, and we weren't renting tuxes, that was my go-to place. And I kid you not, I always had really good luck finding a suit that fit me.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess $12 dress makes sense.
Yeah, I love the fact that she just got the urge to go buy a wedding dress to do a funny video with.
That's commitment right there. That's when
Yeah.
you know that you're dedicated to providing good content out there, is when you're going to go and get yourself a wedding dress.
That's right. Yeah, I appreciate it, and I really, really enjoy that fact. So great job, Marva. Keep it up.
She had to safety pin it. So that's good to know.
Nice.
It looks like we actually got a comment from Joe Tony. Is this the Joe Tony that did the Choose Your Character videos? I wonder.
I do believe it is. Cheers, Joey. And I am drinking, it's from Elk Brewing. It's called PB and J. It's an amber ale, and it's got Concord grapes sandwiched between something. I forget what it said. It said it was sandwiched together for a delicious peanut butter jelly time. Concord grapes and peanut butter. And it is very tasty if you like a nice, sweet type of beer.
It's a good one. And I am drinking the Circus City IPA from Big Top Brewing in Sarasota, Florida. And I really need to stop getting beer cans with green on them because it really throws off the green screen when I do it.
Yeah.
And it's delicious. Very chuggable, 7% IPA apparently.
Very nice. Oh man. Yeah, like I don't think of an IPA as a chuggable beer. Absolutely not. So I don't I'm glad I did not have an IPA tonight when we chugged it earlier.
What was the highest percentage beer we ever chugged during the podcast? Was it the the Founders Canadian Breakfast Stout? Did we chug that, or did we decide to sip?
I think that was the first time we decided not to chug. I think we sipped that, and that was a great decision. Did we chug that one when Avery was on he's a pro disc golfer. We drank the birthday bomb. That was a super strong beer. Did we chug that? I feel like we might have.
Yeah. I mean, if we had Avery Jenkins on, of course we're going to chug it.
Yeah. That was a fun episode. If you want to go back old school, that was one of our very early episodes before we were doing them live. And he was the first and only professional sports person that we had on the show that was not a pickleball player. He was a disc golfer. He had heard of pickleball. We had a nice little conversation about pickleball, and he knew a lot of people that were obsessed with pickleball. He had never played it himself, but it was a very interesting episode. Disc golf, for anybody not aware, is that was my addiction and my passion before pickleball. Once I got into pickleball,
Yeah.
I hate to say I've barely played disc golf since then. I still do play it. I play it at least a couple times a year. But yeah, once pickleball entered
Yeah.
my life, disc golf didn't happen nearly as much.
Nobody's surprised by that. I mean, you see it happen all the time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel like everybody that plays pickleball now, they used to have a sport that they loved, and it got kicked to the curb. And Marva, I think you are absolutely right. She says the alcohol is starting to kick in, and I feel like when you chug a beer, it doesn't take long before it kicks in.
One of these times we're going to have to chug a beer and then tell old stories from like starting in high school and into our 20s.
That could be fun. I feel like that could be very interesting. But what else I think is interesting is these fun quarantine videos, and I think we should get to the next one. And this next one, it is from the Pickleball is Life group. They have a YouTube channel and a Facebook page. So if you look up Pickleball is Life, you'll be able to find this as well as a bunch of other great videos. And they posted this video that they call Quarantined Pickleball. And it features some background music that might sound familiar to all of you Eddie and Webby fans out there. So let's go ahead and play that video.
I already wanna bang my head on the wall. Man, forget this, I'd rather go play some pickleball. I've got the pickleball bug, there's just no denying it. Pickleball therapy is the only known cure for it. I'ma play this game till the day I die, 'cause it's pickleball for life. Pickleball for life. Pickleball for life. Pickleball for life. Yo, 'cause pickleball is life.
That's good stuff. I love it, man. Like, seriously, what other sport out there causes people to just play it, whether or not there's an official court to play on, like when you're at home? Can you think of anything else?
No. Although, if I was the only other sport that I think would be similar but a little better right now would be ping pong.
Well, I mean, if you have a ping pong table, that's like official size, so you could just do it, couldn't you?
That's what I mean. Like you're at home already. You already have
Yeah.
somebody to play with. Like that would be the only sport. So you asked what other sport could you do, and that sport would be better. In my opinion.
Yeah, but I also said, like, what sport when you don't have access to an official court? I feel like if you have a pickleball table, that's an official court.
They don't really have there's no such thing as a ping pong court. So
Whatever. I don't even care.
I was answering your question. Jeez.
No, that's true. It's true. But
I do agree with you. Any sport where it's like you it's literally impossible to have in your house. I mean, I guess it's not impossible. You could have a pickleball court in your house.
yeah, I know Kid Rock does. Kid Rock and Leonardo DiCaprio, it's been confirmed that both of them have a pickleball court in their house, but they are not normal people. They
Inside, like literally indoors.
yeah, like an enclosed indoor court.
Man, now you're talking. Play
Yeah,
that
so
all
Kid
year
Rock-
up there. Yeah.
Kid Rock and or Leonardo DiCaprio. We will play there, so go ahead and invite us, and we'll grace you with our presence.
I agree. Let's do it. Just give us a call.
Yeah, but yeah, that video that we just watched, that was from the Pickleball is Life group, and the video, like the actual video, is a lot longer, but it's a very fun video. And they reached out to us to see if we were okay with them using the Pickleball is Life music, and we gladly told them it was cool. And I loved what they came up with that video. Like, it was very fun. A whole bunch of people submitted clips that they used of them playing pickleball at their houses, and I loved it. I thought it was great.
Good stuff. My favorite was the dog, because we used to play that game all the
Yeah.
time. Where we still do with our dog, where my wife and I will play catch, and she'll get so annoyed and want to bite at it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. How about we play another video? I think now would be a good time for that.
Okay.
The next one that we have, it captured the hearts of the pickleball world immediately, And I personally have probably watched it at least 40 times by now because it was so well made and fun. And in fact, there's a cameo appearance. There's a cameo appearance.
Yeah.
There's a cameo appearance by Eddie and Webby in the video. And this is a video that was put together by the fine folks at Jigsaw Health. And this is a Whitney Houston parody song about pickleball called I Wanna Dink with Somebody.
Ladies and gentlemen, pickleball has been canceled. Please stay in your homes until further notice.
COVID strikes, they close the courts, and our smiles begin to fade. I'm losing my mind, 'cause there's no sports. Oh, there's got to be a way. It's been so hard, they won't allow more than 10 in a group. I'm desperate now. I'm stuck in these walls, but pickleball calls. I wanna dink with somebody. I wanna move my feet with somebody. Yeah, I wanna hit with somebody. Pickleball with some of my buddies.
Very nicely done. Man, they do such great work at Jigsaw Health with those creative videos like that, don't they?
Oh my God, it's incredible. Everything they put out is gold, and the commercials are incredible. These song parodies are top notch. Like, it's absolutely incredible what they're doing.
Oh, for sure. And like I don't know about you, but I feel very honored to be included in that video because I mean you've got like the top names and the top pros in all of pickleball, and then all of a sudden, oh, there's Eddie and Webby. Like we're mixed in with all these all this pickleball greatness, and then there's these two clowns that are mixed in with them all. But I love it. I love the fact that we're in that. But like even if we weren't in it, like I'd be watching that thing over and over again because I mean it was so well done.
Yeah, their working from home video. That was a parody of Bon
Yeah.
Jovi, Living on a Prayer. I mean, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, and seriously, like they're just like the production value, like it's top notch. Like such a good job that they do. Love it.
There's actually some commentary going on here between Joe Tony and Scott Golden that I think would be good to
Oh, really?
show here. Yeah. So Joe Tony said, "Appreciate the love, guys. Love the program. I'm having a beverage too. So cheers, mates. Cheers."
Oh, nice. Cheers, Joe.
And then Scott Golden said, hashtag Joe Tony for president.
All right. All right.
Yeah. And then Joe said, I got mentioned before Jigsaw Health. They better sponsor me to gain some media coverage. Ha ha. Yeah, that'd be a good pickup. And then Scott quickly comes back with you got to play in more than 2 tournaments a year, homeboy. Ha ha. In your place, Joe. Boom. What do you think about that?
Nice. Yeah. But yeah, what do you think? You got to play in more than 2 tournaments a year for any kind of a sponsorship?
Or keep making
What if you're like
amazing videos like the Pickleball Pro.
Right? I mean, for any wrestling fans out there, The Undertaker, he only wrestles once a year. He only wrestles at WrestleMania. So, and he's like the top name in the game. So, I don't know. I guess you probably maybe need to make a name for yourself first. Then you can reach Undertaker status.
Is it still the original Undertaker from like the late 80s, early 90s?
Well, I know wasn't there a rumor that the original died? Or no, that was the Ultimate Warrior. There was rumors that the original Ultimate Warrior died and that they got a replacement because once all of us the Ultimate Warrior all of a sudden returned and he was wearing like a bodysuit with spandex and not the real muscles. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that, but I do remember that rumor. Wasn't it said that Fink died? What was his first name? The announcer?
Oh, Bobby the Brain Heenan. That was a big rumor.
No. So for those of you guys that don't know, that's an ongoing joke that Webby and I have had for literally 20 plus years, where we I always try to convince him that Bobby the Brain Heenan died. It sounds kind of dark when I say it out loud, but it's been an ongoing thing. No, the announcer guy. What was his name? I gotta look it up online here.
Finkel, like the. Are you
Finkel
talking about
and Einhorn?
right? Einhorn
No,
is Finkel.
Was it Howard Finkel? Was that his name? No.
He just died in real life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That he one of the announcers, and I mean, classic voice. You can't mistake it. Like, you'll always recognize that voice.
Oh yeah. Welcome to WrestleMania, and that was a horrible imitation. Jesus.
Do it again.
Nobody
Do it
listening
again. Come
probably even knows what I'm talking about. All right, let me try this again. So this is the Fink, the greatest announcer in all of wrestling. Welcome to WrestleMania. No, that was bad. It was really bad. I'm not doing that again.
Do you remember what he used to say before every match, though?
I can't. I don't know if I remember.
All right, I'm gonna butcher the voice worse than you because you're much better than voices than I am. You know that. Everybody knows that. He would say, "This bout has been scheduled for one fall. Entering the ring." And then he would announce the person.
That was pretty good.
Remember that?
Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
that was not bad. Yeah, you're right. Pretty good.
Well,
All right,
I'm
I
gonna
say
miss-
we.
I'm gonna
I
miss
say
his
we.
voice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
We
miss
need
it.
to move
big
on?
time.
Is
He
that what
he
you're
was a good
saying?
voice. I think we should. Yeah, I think we should move on. That was pretty much me giving the hook. Like you were on stage, and I put the big hook out there to pull you off stage because
Don't cage me, bro. Fine. What do you want to watch
So,
next?
you know what? Since Scott Golden is so active here in the comments, we actually do have a video from Scott Golden that I thought was very funny, and I feel like this is kind of proof that he's kind of been losing his mind during this whole quarantine thing because I mean, like, he's got nothing to do. He can't play pickleball. He can't live stream pickleball. So he's got nothing better to do than do what's about to happen in this video right here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, we got, oh, yummy. That was so delicious. And also, if you go to like a game 3 and you're still hungry, you can eat the chewy chocolate chunk. Let me just grab that. There it is. Oh, yeah. This is a chocolate chip chewy granola bar. Oh, so good. I'm gonna eat some of that. You know what? I'm done with it. You can just toss that now. Okay. Well, I'm gonna fake eat a little bit of it. Kind of like a fake poach. You know, when you fake poach them, you know, you should give them a little jab step to the left or to the right. All right.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
so funny. I love it. But I mean, yeah, I mean that's like, again, that's what this quarantine is bringing us to. Like, we got to find some way to entertain ourselves. And in a lot of cases, it's entertaining to everybody else too. Just like that. That's a great example of a very funny and fun video to help kill time during this time of not being able to play pickleball.
I agree. Scott made a couple comments here. That's true. Not much going on. Hashtag losing my mind.
Yeah,
And-
I feel like a lot of us can relate to that, Scott. No doubt.
Yep. Hashtag fake poach 'em.
Nice. But this next video we have, this was posted on the Onyx Pickleball Facebook page, and it features a good friend of ours, Lucy Kovalova.
What's your trick for this week?
Nice.
Can you do that voice?
Oh, man. What's your trick for the week? No, that's not even what she said. Break's over.
Not today. Every time I try
man.
and imitate her voice, I always go Arnold Schwarzenegger, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel like the same thing. But Lucy is so awesome. The first time that I ever had the pleasure of meeting her in person was at the Florida Grand Slam tournament recently. And I'll be honest, I was a bit starstruck when I saw her for the first time, but right away, like she was just so welcoming, so nice, so funny. I mean, she's a very nice person, a great person to have involved in pickleball. And videos like that I love. Like it's very fun. And we actually devoted one of our Dinking Around episodes to a post of hers, and that was the post of her posting a picture of herself when she was a kid, and she wanted other people to show their favorite picture from when they were younger, and it got hundreds of responses. We did a whole game show pretty much where you showed pictures to see if I could guess who the pro pickleball players were in the pictures. But I mean, stuff like that I love. I love when people post something fun like that and encourage others to post along as well. I mean, stuff like that is perfect for what's going on right now.
I agree. She's one of the good ones.
Absolutely. And speaking of posts that cause others to get involved, Randy Coleman, he recently did a post that got some great reactions. And it was a challenge that he posted. And what he said is, my challenge is to hold a push-up straight plank and alternate a continuous ball toss to each hand without dropping it. So here is Randy showing how to do the challenge in question. So that was just to show what he was talking about. That video went on a lot longer. Like I think he did at least 50 of those where he would like do the push-up kind of thing, throw the ball, catch it with the other hand. And so it went on for quite a while. I just wanted to show a quick one just to get a little gist of what he was talking about. And he got quite a few great responses. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he teamed up with Selkirk and they were going to give a prize to whoever submitted the funniest or the best video in response to that. And this next one was super impressive. And this came from Scott Johnston. And this was his response to Randy's challenge.
All right, here we go. 200. I'm not so sure I can do this, but we're going to try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh.
So
really
I sped that up
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I sped that up a lot because like that video, I think it went on for 6 minutes, and I kid you not, for 6 minutes straight, he was doing that. I think I sped it up to like 2,000% because like so what he did, and I didn't even show the whole thing because like if I had to cut that short just because like it went on for so long. But I mean, it was like super impressive, and like I can't imagine doing what Scott did in that video. Like that was very, very impressive. But like I feel like what Randy did and what Scott did made it seem easy to do that challenge. That is not an easy challenge to do. And this next video kind of shows proof that it's not super easy to do. This was a response to Randy's challenge that came from Tracy Harris Cope.
Here's Randy Coleman's pickleball challenge. Wish me luck. I've never done this before. 2. Oh, shoot. 3, 4. Woohoo! 5. Fail.
So I feel like that's exactly how my attempt would have gone. But to be in all fairness to Tracy, she did retry it and she ended up getting 50 in a row. So I do want to make sure I give her props for doing that. But I like that beginning part, the fact that it showed like it's not easy. That's not an easy thing to do.
No, definitely not. I mean, you can tell that it's not easy at all. Randy Coleman actually made a comment here, and he said, I do a lot of giveaways for Selkirk, and I wanted to create something positive for people to try and get a cool gift. Well, Randy, consider me motivated. I want to try that and see how many I can get to.
Yeah. And that's awesome. I love that. And Randy's always got a lot of great posts. Like I see him doing stuff that's Selkirk related. I see him do a lot of things that are Jigsaw health related. And it's just, yeah, that's great stuff. I love what you're doing, Randy. So keep that up for sure. I love the positivity and the things to get people motivated to do things like that. Great stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And so those plank videos, they actually reminded me of a hilarious video that our friend Lala posted. It was a GIF file, and it kind of reminds me of the old school Vine videos. We talked about that in depth on a previous episode of Dinking Around, but I think we should go ahead and play this GIF file video. Did you get a Vine vibe from that?
No, yeah, 100%. Like that reminded me of, what was the guy we were talking about that used to do those videos? Zach King, where he did a video where he jumped up and grabbed his legs and then basically held that pose all the way and then did a cannonball into the pool. It's exactly what that reminded me of.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So that's what I thought of first thing when I saw that, and I love it. It's hilarious. Like, I wonder how hard that was to get the timing just right, because, I mean, you got to get it, like, right when you're in the air, and you got to, like, hit record and then stop recording at the right time. And I'm sure if you do it in post-production, it wouldn't be too hard. But I feel like a lot of the Vine stuff, you kind of had to do, like, on the fly, because you had, like, you hold the record button and then let it go, and then it stops recording. It's, it was, like, that kind of stuff. It took talent to make that kind of stuff.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure.
But I loved it. Love that stuff. So we just got a couple more left, and then we can just talk about whatever. But this next video is another one I love. As soon as I saw it, I knew we had to play it on the show. And this one comes from Miguel Enciso. He did a great YouTube video showing that there's no excuse for not playing pickleball while sheltering in place at home, because you can play just about anywhere at home as long as you have a pickleball and some string. So if you take a look at this video, you'll see what I mean.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the dinks of our lives.
Miguel, you're sounding desperate. I want to assure you that we will all be back on the pickleball courts in no time. So continue to stay safe at home, to always wash your hands. And if you are a pickleball addict, Pickleball Anonymous is here for you.
Well, I want to thank you for helping me through this really critical time. And oh, hey everybody. My name is Miguel Enciso, and I'm the United States Pickleball Ambassador for the city of Oak Park, California. And I'm also the pickleball instructor for the Westlake Athletic Club. Today I'm going to show you how to take that do-it-yourself garage workout station and bring it indoors. There is no excuse you can't play pickleball anywhere in the house during these crazy times. No excuses. Enjoy. Here's what you do. Take a long piece of string and connect each end to a toothpick, preferably one of those really long ones. Get your pickleball and find two holes that are close together. Stick one toothpick through one of the holes at the bottom and find the centering hole at the top. Take the other toothpick and push it through the other bottom hole, but through the same centering hole at the top. Now you should have a ball on a string. You want to have the ball suspended roughly about 36 inches from the ground to simulate the height of a pickleball net. I measured a spot on a bar stool. Then take two pieces of painter's tape and X marks the spot. Any extra string, just tape it off to the sides and you are ready to play. So now you're ready to go, everybody. Rainy day, sunny day. Get a little movement side to side, side to side. Practice that muscle memory. Paddle out in front of you. Out in front. Move, 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 move. Forehand, backhand. Get a little workout here going, right? keep your mind and your body nourished during this time. You can do this anywhere in the house. No excuses. You can practice from the comfort of your own bedroom. Practice that muscle memory. No excuses. Find a hallway. Find a place where you can get a little bit of that body moving, your brain working. No excuses. No excuses. You can even practice while having coffee with your wife in the morning.
Oh man, how awesome was that?
My favorite part was when he was on the toilet and the dog was sitting there just not impressed. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
This is stupid.
Yeah. Oh man, I love it. I've actually been tempted to try it though. Like it actually doesn't seem too bad. Like it seems like something that I don't see why that wouldn't work to help get the muscle memory going.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I actually think that he was doing it as a joke, but I could actually see it being a useful thing to do.
Yeah, for sure. And that's one thing. Like my house is kind of on the tiny side, so I always thought like, man, I can't even do what all these people are doing while quarantined. Like my house is too small. I don't have any wall space that's not covered by things to where I can just hit against the wall. But I mean, if I hang some string with a pickleball from the ceiling, there's no reason I can't do that in my basement. Like you said, no excuses. Like I literally have no excuses now to not play pickleball while I'm stuck in quarantine at my house.
I still think you need to put a court in your backyard. You have plenty of room back there. You have a huge backyard. Just do it.
Oh man, it's so tempting. If I knew I was going to live here for more than 5 years, I would absolutely consider that, but I'm not so sure. Like I feel like I'll probably eventually move out and into a different house, but I definitely have the space for it, so it's very tempting. That's for sure.
I wonder if you're trying to list your house, would having a permanent pickleball court be a good thing, be a bad thing, right? Because if you're a pickleball player, I mean, you could easily add like 30 grand out of the price right there and they would buy it, no problem.
Right.
But if you're not into it, who knows?
That's a good question. Yeah, like I wonder if somebody that's not a pickleball player, if they were looking at the house, would that like would that deter them? That's a great question. Because yeah, like you said, if it was a pickleball player that had it, it was like, yeah, it's like no question, we're buying this house. They got a friggin' pickleball court in the backyard.
Yeah, like your realtor would take you there and they'd be like, all right, we'll go inside, we'll check out the kitchen. You're like, nope, I don't. Let's go to the court.
Right.
Let's go to the court. We'll check out the court first, and then we'll figure out from there.
Yeah. We just got a message here from Bill Kayesiel, and he says, Claire says hi. Hello, Claire. Claire is probably our number one fan, like our longest number one fan. So thank you for tuning in, Claire. We appreciate you. And we actually played a video of your dad earlier in the episode. One of the very first videos we played was your dad going down the stairs on the cardboard slide. It was hilarious.
And if you could answer this question, Bill Kaisel, were those cardboard pieces specific for stairs, or did you buy just cardboard that you knew would fit? Let us know, please.
Yeah, I feel like there was like the cardboard was too perfect, and that, like, do you have access to play that video again? Like, I feel like now would be a great time to play that one more time, so people that weren't tuning in earlier can see exactly what we're talking about here.
Going for cardboard slide world record. And 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I feel like they had to get that cardboard specifically for stairs sliding.
Yeah, 100%. That's got to be what it's for.
And it's a perfect reason to buy cardboard like that. I mean, I would definitely do that if I had the right setup.
I agree. I don't have stairs.
So I do have stairs, but like I said before, they're not carpeted. They would be very dangerous to do that on. But yeah, I don't know. I'm almost to the point now where it would be worth doing it. If I had the cardboard, I would probably do it and show you guys here live on Dinking Around.
Yeah.
So I have one video left. One more video. And this one, it's very heartfelt, very touching. I saved this one for last because I feel like it's a great video to kind of, like, it demonstrates what we're all going through, but it like helps ease our mind. And this is a very nice song that was posted on TikTok, and it was from a music teacher, and she wrote a song that really hits home for all of us that have been quarantined for over a month now. So let's go ahead and play that right now.
Hey, so as some of you guys might know, I'm a music teacher, and I found that one of the best ways that I can process the whole transition to online learning and teaching is to write a song. So I wrote a song. I'd like to share that with you guys now. Here we go.
If that doesn't sum up what we're all going through right now, I don't know what does.
I agree. And you know what's funny? As she was playing that, I was like, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be nice. It's going to be heartfelt.
Oh, man.
Classic.
I love it. I love
classic,
it.
Classic.
Yeah, I mean, and that's like that was the main motivation and purpose for the show tonight. Another example of a great, fun, entertaining video that people are doing while stuck at home, just trying to make the best of this horrible, horrible situation that we're all going through right now with the whole coronavirus pandemic. Hopefully, it'll be over soon. Hopefully, we can all get back out on the pickleball courts because I don't know about you. I am sick of this. I am very sick of it.
I walk by our community courts every morning. The nets are down. They're sagging in the middle. There's like leaves all over the court. They haven't been taken care of. There's padlocks on the gate around them. And it makes me want to cry every morning.
Yeah, it sucks. It's very sad. It's horrible. I think it's been 6 weeks now since I stepped foot on a pickleball court. And my third tournament just got canceled. I had one coming up in June that I still had hope for. I had hope that it was going to happen. It was going to be in Toledo. And 2 days ago, I got the email saying that it didn't say it was canceled. It said it was being rescheduled. And the date for it is June of 2021. so it's like, what a slap in the face. So like I was like, okay, maybe it'll be like in like July, August, or September or something. And then I look and it's like 2021 of next year. Gee, thanks.
Jeez. Here's my prediction. You ready for this?
What's that?
Beer City Open is going to be the first major tournament that is going to happen. And it's going to be our reintroduction back into the world of pickleball for all amateur and pro players in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I think that is exactly what's going to happen. That one is supposed to take place second week in June. I know it's optimistic. I know a lot of people are going to say you're crazy. I know a lot of people think, oh, it's going to be done way before then. That's my prediction. I'm putting it out there in the universe. Beer City Open, first major tournament back in the circuit. What do you think?
I love that prediction. I pray that comes true because, man, that for me, that's going to be the one that really hits hard. If Beer City Open gets canceled, like that, I don't even know what I'm going to do if that gets canceled. So I love that prediction. I hope it comes true. I feel like there's a chance because I mean things as of May 1st, things are going to start gradually reopening. So what I'm hoping is once things start reopening, I'm hoping people will stay safe. They still do the social distancing thing because just because things are reopening, it doesn't mean like everybody can just all of a sudden go back to normal. I mean, it's got to be a gradual thing. And so I'm hoping people stay safe. I'm hoping things reopen. And I'm hoping that the numbers of infections and deaths don't go up. I'm hoping that they stay plateaued and continue to drop. And if that happens, then I think there could be a chance of Beer City Open happening.
That's what I'm putting out there. Scott Yeager made a comment, said, at our local court, some of the caretakers have come by and cleaned leaves and made sure we're ready to go. Once restrictions are lifted, our group was thrilled with the volunteer work. Yeah, I think that's good too. I think having them ready, because man, once the courts are opened up, it's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be absolutely nuts on these courts.
Oh, I think so too. But I do think it's important. I think everybody needs to like still stay safe when things get open. Like don't go back to normal. I mean, don't go back to the way things were before the whole coronavirus thing. Like still practice like safe things. Like I think maybe, I don't know, like maybe wearing a glove on your non-ball hand just in case. Because the thing that we're all afraid of is like a second wave of this happening. Once things get opened, that a second wave will happen. I think we can prevent that as long as people are smart and stay safe. And like the biggest thing is just be clean. I mean, like practice good hygiene. I mean, that's like, I feel like that's one big thing that this whole thing is teaching us. Like, just wash your hands. Wash your damn hands.
Wash
Like,
your hands.
If you're sick, stay home. Like that, it shouldn't have taken a pandemic for that kind of thing to sink into people's heads. But I feel like if people lived that way, like we would never have these issues. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we have to shut the world down for this kind of stuff. Just be a clean person.
Yeah, I mean it's very telling. I will tell you that, you know, I get really bad dermatitis on my hands, and from washing them more now than ever, I mean, I'm putting ointment on them every night because they're drying, they're cracked. It's not good, but
Yeah.
I think it just shows that it's important right now.
Yeah, for sure. So
You have a
you know
question?
me.
Yeah.
You know that I have been a germaphobe pretty much for as long as you've known me. So,
Germaphobe is
like,
an understatement. That's a very mellow representation of how you are as a person.
yeah. So like I've said this on a previous episode. Like I had gloves in my car, like disposable gloves, before this pandemic happened. That's how bad it was. Like when I go in public, like I like the fact that I can now wear my disposable gloves in public and not be looked at weirdly, because before I feel like that happened because every time I would go get gas, I would put on my disposable glove because I read somewhere that like the gas pump is like one of the most disgusting things that you can touch. And so I've done that for the last few years. And what I'm doing now that I didn't used to do, but I kind of wanted to, is I wear two gloves when I go to the grocery store. So when I push the grocery cart, I'm not touching germs. So that's something that is accepted now. So like it's I don't even what was I even talking about? I don't even know what I was even really getting at here.
I think you were just going into a dialogue about your crazy germaphobe ways.
Yeah. But yeah, people are disgusting, and I just hope people know just be clean, wash your hands, and don't be gross.
I agree. I also think that it's important to stay healthy too, to where no matter what you do, it's likely you're always going to come in contact with viruses and germs as well. So the takeaway that I've had from a lot of this is you can control certain aspects of getting disease, getting viruses, things like that. But you really, at the end of the day, have no control over it. What you can control, though, is your own personal health and your immune system for the majority of people. I understand there's situations out there where you might have things that are outside of your control. But all I'm trying to do is keep myself healthy, keep myself active, getting out in the sun, going for walks, keeping myself mentally healthy, keeping my stress levels regulated, because I know that all of those things keep my immune system low. And so I think what's unfortunate is for a lot of people, pickleball was that thing. That was their stress relief.
Oh, yeah.
That was their exercise. That was their ability to get out. That was their, that was their social aspect. That was them getting sun, in areas outside of Michigan where you literally never see the sun ever. That was their way of doing that. And so when you take away that pickleball, now it's like I have to replace that with something else. And so I hope that people are still finding that outlet. I've struggled with it. Fortunately, my wife and I, we go for a 3-mile walk every morning with our dog. We would run, we would bike ride. So we've just kind of stepped that part of our lifestyle up a little bit. But I could see how easy it would be to fall into, I'm not going to get as much exercise. I'm going to eat like crap. I'm going to be stressed because I'm at home, which is going to make me want to eat more, which is it's going to make me want to not work out. It's going to make me feel like crap. And it becomes this cycle. And so one of the things I've always hoped for is that as a lot of these government officials were talking about, stay at home, it's for your own good, it's for your own safety. What they should have been encouraging, in addition to that, is safe outdoor activities. And I didn't hear a lot of that. I heard it in Florida, but in a lot of these other states, it didn't seem like that was the message. And I think that first video we showed from Ashley kind of shined a light on that. It was like, stay at home, don't leave. If you leave, you're going to die if you leave. And it was like, well, what about going for a walk? What about being safe? Like, those are all very healthy things. What was it like in Michigan?
So like it is encouraged to do things outside as long as it's like just with the people that you are sheltered in place with. As long as you do that, like go for a walk, go for a hike, go for a bike ride, those things are still encouraged. But one weird thing, like it's illegal to go on a boat on the lake. I don't totally get that here. Like you can go kayaking, but you can't go on your own personal boat on a lake. I don't get that.
That is like the best case of social distancing, right? Like down here in Florida, a lot of marinas actually have done better in the last 6 weeks or so, because it's actually a very good way to social distance is by being on a boat. You're definitely not going to be near anybody. You're going to be out. It's going to be relaxing. You're going to get sun. You're going to get all these healthy things. So that one seems crazy. Here's what I think about Michigan right now. And obviously I don't live there anymore. I have no say in it. I'm basing this purely off of what I know of the situation. It seems like Michigan has taken the stance of most people in our state are stupid. And so if we don't make laws to literally make it as impossible as possible for people to do the right thing, then people are going to screw it up and it's going to be horrible. That's literally what I think is happening right now, where a lot of other states have taken a little bit more of a, hey, we know there's going to be idiots out there, but we're going to educate them and we're going to make laws that are reasonable. Do you think that's the case?
Yeah, I absolutely think that's the case. And it's crazy here in Michigan right now. There's been, I'm sure a lot of people tuning in know about the protests that have been going on. And I understand why the people have done the protests, but if you've seen the images and the video of the people that did the protests, I do not agree with the way that it was handled.
It's like,
oh man, like people were out there, people had friggin' assault rifles.
Yeah. They were confusing messages for sure.
Yeah. And they were grouping together. It's like, man, like I understood why you were protesting, but the way you did it, like it just kind of like it ruined everything that you were trying to accomplish.
Yeah, it seemed like they were combining too many things and didn't really handle it appropriately. I'm grateful for them. I'm glad that there are people out there who are kind of checking a lot of these governors and saying, hey, you need to consider liberties and freedom. I'm grateful for that group. I'm also grateful for the other group that is like, hey, idiots, don't get 1,000 people in one group together right now trying to protest the government like that. Be smart about this, right? Like, let's not be crazy here.
Yeah, like I'm all about freedom of speech. I'm all about protesting for things that are like against your beliefs and stuff, but you got to be smart about it.
Yeah,
a lot of those people were not smart about it.
Well, and I mean, is it a lot of those people, or is it the ones that made it on Facebook and on the news, right? Because
that's a big thing too.
Yeah,
that's a big thing. Like Yeah, I feel like I don't even want to get into that part of it. But anyway,
Yeah.
so one thing I heard, I tuned into some of the live streaming of what was going on in Lansing, Michigan, and one person brought up a really good point, and they said that it's it's essential for people to smoke weed, but it's illegal for people to kill their weeds because the I might have said that wrong, but anyway, like if you go to Home Depot or Menards or someplace like that, you're not allowed to go buy things for lawn maintenance because that's not considered essential. So that's why that statement was kind of funny to me because I feel like now is a great time to do yard maintenance because like if you're at your own house, like now would be a great time to maintain your yard, and but you can't buy yard maintenance stuff if you're in a store. You can do like I think you can do curbside pickup of that stuff. So it's like no matter where you go, things are skewed. Like they're people are gonna say like, oh, you can't purchase stuff to take care of your yard. Well, you can if you do curbside pickup. But then at the same time, it's like, well, if you go in the store, you can go buy toilet paper and things like this, but you're not allowed to go over to this section to buy yard maintenance stuff. That part's true. So it's weird. It's very weird. These are weird times we're living in right now.
It is weird, man. And like I said, I don't think there's any black or white answer here. I think this is all shades of gray. It just seems like it's a little bit excessive, maybe. It's a little bit like, all right, we yes, I get it. There are a lot of stupid people out there. And guess what? A lot of those stupid people make it on the news. They make it on Facebook live streams. They make it everywhere because they're entertaining. But that's not the majority of people. And so to cater all of your laws to, I'm going to use the term lowest common denominator, but I don't necessarily mean that. It's just a way to provide it. It's like, or a way to bring light to it. That just seems a little excessive. It's like we still have to like definitely educate, but don't make it to where I can't go to Walmart and if I need, I don't even know, furnace filters, I can't because that aisle is blocked off and I can only get groceries. Like that just seems stupid to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the whole thing. The whole thing is crazy. Like, it's just a crazy time we're living in right now.
I will tell you that down here in Florida, it feels very different. It's from what I've seen on the news and from what I've talked to about people that live up north, and maybe it's because we seem to have much less of an infection rate and we have a significantly less mortality rate, especially down here in Southwest Florida. I don't know if that's due to the weather, our health system, the fact that we're one of the healthiest counties in America. I'm not really sure what is the reason for it, but it definitely feels a lot different down here.
Yeah, I could see that. And it's like you said earlier, like being outside, being in the sun, like that, that's like such a beneficial thing to be able to do.
Have you been wearing a mask when you go out?
I have. I wasn't for a while, but lately I have been.
Yeah. There's one grocery store down here right now that requires you to. And so I started doing it in there. And then when I've been going to Publix, I've been throwing it on too, just because I'm like, I have it. I don't know if it does a lot of good or not, but if it might help and it might make people around me feel more comfortable, I have one anyway. I might as well throw it on.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like the mask thing is more to make other people comfortable. And if you can make other people comfortable, why not?
Yeah, I'm with you there. Like, what percentage of people when you go out to the grocery store right now are wearing masks?
So lately, the places I've been going, it's been pretty high. Like, it's been a good amount. I think I've talked about this on the show before. One of my favorite places to go is Holiday Market in Canton, Michigan. And I kid you not, like I feel very, very safe there. Like they have a very good method. When you first walk in where all the grocery carts are, they have a whole bunch of spray, like antibiotic spray that you can or not antibiotic, antibacterial spray, whatever. You can spray the stuff down, wipe it down, and whenever you go in, most of the people in there have masks on, the shoppers and the workers. Pretty much everybody's wearing gloves and stuff like that. Like makes me feel very safe. makes me feel very good. And but there are places where a lot of people don't wear masks and stuff, but I try to go to the places I know where sanitary practices are taking place.
Yeah, I would say down here when I go to Publix, it's about 70% or so of the people are wearing them, where 10 days ago it was 30% were wearing them.
Yeah.
It's becoming more and more.
Yep. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, these are crazy times. We don't know where things will be a month or two from now, but hopefully this stupid virus just finally stops attacking so many people.
That's right. What else do you want to talk about tonight, Webby?
Well, that's pretty much all I had on my mind. I still am very bummed that we were not able to chat with Adam Stone like originally planned, but these videos that we watched tonight, they help me get through everything we're going through right now. They help me get through the quarantine. They help me get through the fact that we didn't get to talk to Adam Stone on the show.
Yes, I agree. We love the creativity. We want to spread the positivity. We hope you guys do too. Can't wait to get back out on those courts. Keep staying positive, folks. We're going to get through this.
That's right. And actually, I do actually. There's one more thing I want to talk about. I was going to talk about this during the podcast with Adam Stone, but since that didn't happen, I'm going to talk about it right now. And that is something a friend of mine, Jordan Dayton. He has created a new forum that's dedicated to pickleball, and it's called Pickleballist. So if you go to pickleballist.com, that's pickleballist.com, it's a brand new thing, and I love the idea and the overall vision that Jordan has for it. And for anybody familiar with Reddit, it's basically like that, but it's 100% devoted to pickleball, which I absolutely love. So keep an eye out for that. And Eddie and I plan on sharing some content on the pickleballist.com website. And they're actually doing a really cool event starting this Sunday, April 26th. It's called the COVID-19 Day Pickleball Fitness Challenge. And it's going to involve a huge giveaway and a fitness challenge. And from what I understand, it's 19 minutes per day for 19 days, and a bunch of pickleball pros will be sharing different routines and drill sets each day for the event. And I don't know about you, but that actually sounds pretty awesome to me.
I'm in, man. I think it'd be great to do something that's only 19 minutes a day for 19 days. I mean, anybody committed to their pickleball game should be able to commit 19 minutes a day for 19 days.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. And the people, there's a pretty impressive list of people that are gonna be involved in this. I'm not gonna spoil it right now. I'll let you guys find that out when you tune in or check out the pickleballist.com thing. But a lot of today's top pros are going to be involved, and it's going to be very fun. And I guess they've got some really good giveaways that's going to happen. And rumor on the street is Eddie and I might actually be involved in this thing.
What?
Yeah, that's just a rumor right now. It's not fact. It's just rumor. So you'll have to check that out and see what happens with it all. But it sounds pretty damn cool if you ask me. And it should be very fun and very cool. And I personally have not done enough pickleball stuff during this quarantine. I've played a few times with my daughter with our portable net, but I live in Michigan, so the weather has not cooperated. So that's only happened like 3 times in the last month, which is not enough. But one of those videos we played today proves all I need is some string and a pickleball, and there's no excuse for me to not play pickleball or to play pickleball while I'm in the house.
I agree. I think I'm going to do it at my desk right here. So that way during the workday, I can just stand up and do it.
Yeah, I feel like for the next podcast, I'm going to have a setup right here, and I'm going to play during the podcast.
Time. Just the whole time. It won't be distracting at all. Just do it the whole time.
Right. Yeah. Oh,
Love it.
man.
Well, guys, I know you were all looking forward to seeing Adam Stone, but unfortunately we couldn't do that as we mentioned. But this was Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby, episode number 24, which means that there are still 24 of you out there right now, and we love you. You know that, right?
We do. Very, very much.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. We'll be rescheduling with Adam Stone here in the very near future, so keep an eye out for that. And on that note, I'm Eddie.
And until next time, this is Webby, not Eddie, signing off.